morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, YouTube viewers. Good morning, Facebook Nation. Good morning to all people, all colors, all races, all languages, men, women, children around the world, no matter where you are. May you have the most beautiful day. May you have the most awesome day. And for whatever goals that you have set forth for yourself on this day, may those goals come to fruition. All right, so now, because of the time that we're in, the destruction of the guide stone, just the fact that that was a significant event. That event should be put right beside another great event that took place in this country. But the reason that this subject can't be outspoken about is because this is all about the secrecy that we've been under, not just here in this country, worldwide. So remember, I was saying probably 2 weeks ago that, I was going to explain where we came from. That time is now. So what I want to do to start this, I want to ask a question. And this question is, am I lying? So I'm going to ask you I'm going to say two different things, but the second sentence is actually saying that it's a lie. So let's get deep with this. If I say to you that, many people say this, oh, I wish that we could do something about the crime. I wish that we could do something about the violence. Is this true? Because it's also true to say, if we really wanted to stop these things, why are we mass producing so many weapons? So if we really want peace, then why are we producing so much mass weapons? So we know that we're living in the lie. And you as the average person, we all know that we're condoning these fallen ones. And we made a choice that we'll suffer along with these fallen ones. And a lot of the gods that people on this earth, humans, are following, are not the one, the entity that created all of this, all of us, and the gods, the fake gods that people are worshiping. And I want to say again, am I lying? Now, in the beginning, if you were going in a religious sense, you would say that, well, Adam and Eve sinned. But why is it Adam and Eve's fault? It was Satan or Lucifer who lied and deceived them. Why Adam and Eve were held accountable, sentenced to death? And yet and still we know that Lucifer and Satan is still running around. One of the fallen ones, which is under so many names, I choose to call him Enlil, because that is his name. His first original name is Enlil. And the God that everyone else, the Christianity side, they feel that they're serving another God, which is Jesus or Yahweh, which is also Enlil's brother Enki. Sounds a lot like the biblical story of Cain and Abel. This is why all these things were taken from other books. And it's so much of a travesty that we have been manipulated to the point where people on this earth don't even know their purpose. Ask a married person, what's your purpose? Oh, to work, pay bills, and make my wife happy. That's not your purpose in life. That's something that you're supposed to do regardless in life. That's not your purpose. So what is your obligation to this planet? What is the obligation to your home? So you see, these fallen ones, they've been destroying the earth ever since they got here. And the greatest disservice to all of us as humans is the fact that they don't teach us that these fallen ones came here and we were already here. They didn't create anything. All you have to do is look at some of the ancient manuscripts, like you say your 10 Commandments, the Book of Ma'at, the Book of the Dead. I believe there are 24 sayings of Ma'at. So it's almost like having a baby, and that baby is born, and tell that baby was the first baby that was ever born on the face of this earth. Even though you know that there's other people on this earth, but the baby, you're raising that baby to believe that. And no matter what, after the age of 7 years old, you're not going to be able to prove anything to that child until that child is deprogrammed, to understand that what you learned within those first 7 years actually was wrong. This is why relationships fail. This is why marriages fail. This is why people are not happy in life. It's because we've been fed these lies, and these lies the world is exposing itself. Because the Creator can take so much. The Creator gave us so much time to figure out what was going on, that He accelerated, but the Creator accelerated the process for us to think. Because remember, these fallen ones, according to, the scriptures and religions, that we only live 120 years, because if they didn't stop that, we live forever. So we were living forever before they got here. We already had that in us. They stopped that. So now you say to yourself, well, when did they do this? They did this all during the fall of Babylon. And that's when they also changed our skin. They altered our DNA. We're all the same people. We were all the same race. When these fallen ones, when they tried to build a Scar Gate and hold a war against the Creator and force their way back into the heavens, where it was closed off, that's when they say, you know what, we'll just take this world over and we'll destroy it. And remember, these entities can't die. They cannot kill one another, so they cannot die. So who do they shed? Who sheds their blood? Us, the pawns. The pawns. We're the ones who are doing their evil work. We're the ones who are at war because they are never happy. Can you imagine being a spiritual being trapped on an earth, on a planet where inferior people are? But they did this. And then again, I ask you, God, a God of love, says, leave them to me, I'll punish them? Isn't that the same God of love to say, kill the men, the women, and the children? Isn't this a God of love to say that to enslave this group of people? Isn't this the same God of love that told you to divide your family up so that we can make it easy to brainwash you? Isn't this the same God? So the reason, like I say that, you know, when Babylon fell, more than just Babylon fell, that's when we became all different colors. That's where we became all different peoples. That's where we became all different languages. And that's what you have right now. These fallen ones have never left. And do you want to know if you're under the influence of the fallen ones? You say, we all say we're capable of love, right? So why are we divorcing? We're all capable of love. Why are we all unhappy? We're capable of love and we want peace, but we treat our next door neighbor like trash. We love, but we speak badly about people behind their backs. See, when I chose to walk away, it wasn't by choice, because I wish that I could go back into this world and be blind to everything. But my calling is to be witness to what's going on. How these things have manipulated the minds and blinded the minds. That sounds scriptural, but each one of us has a purpose. This just happens to be mine. It's not a Jesus thing or a God thing or anything else like this. It's just that the Creator who created everything is taking account of this. And the message is love. That's the one thing that when all of existence came into being, shot forth. And that love became corrupted. So everything in harmony, everything was in harmony with the creation. I want to share this with you as well. We did not know violence until these fallen ones came. We did not know how to hurt one another. We worked together before these fallen ones came. We accepted our women just as being beautiful women, no makeup, no anything. We have beautiful women just as they were, and these fallen ones came and put makeup on these women. Corrupted them. Not just the women, the men as well. Because the men are the one who are carrying out their will. The men are the one who are misleading your children. I saw a commercial today where they were talking about a special program just for kids to teach them classic American values. America was founded on blood. This is why I'm standing in front of these cannons. This is why they took down my video, where they altered my video. It's because where I say you see on top of these cannons behind me, there's a statue. I don't even know who the guy is. I don't care who he is. All I know is that guy was probably responsible for many hangings on this same land. And when I said hangings, I'm saying hangings as in hangings. So our land is cursed. And to continue to teach these values, they don't apply to all. So that's racism 101 right on your children, knocking on their door. How to continue to be oppressive. So the way that we wake up and the way we challenge these fallen ones is to say no. To say no more. That's something that we are not going to, I do it. I'm not following you. I'm not going to smile in your face. I'm not going to do any of the above. I know what you're doing. And you're dirty. And that's how I look at them, like filthy. But the thing about it is, it's not just the individual, it's the entity that's inside of them. Because remember, the fallen ones are spiritual beings. They only took on human avatars to come down here to mate with our women. The only thing that they can't do is go back to their natural place of dwelling. Because the Most High, the All Creator, and the All High Council banned them for breaking universal laws. So we're in a bad situation, people. You know, and I know that most people want to ignore it and wish it all away. But like I said, you know, last year was a bad year. This year ain't even done yet. Our storm season hasn't even arrived yet. Well, it has. It just hasn't hit here. So, you know, we're seeing right now record-breaking hailstorms in places where hail never dropped before. Italy. And then you got places where you're getting these massive floods, even before the flood season has started. China, India. So I always say, and like I say, you know, we're not going to sit back to condone the things that are taking place that are out here. We're not going to smile with it. We're not going to be part of it. And the thing about it is, like I say, now a person just came, European, going to sit down, going to sit there to see what I say. So you see, we're being watched, people. You know, and when you say that you're not a slave, he's more of a slave than me, because he's got to go out of his way to sit there to see what I'm talking about. Who wants to do something like that? It's almost like being like a babysitter or something. You can't think for yourself. Like, hey, the guy's only talking. But see, it's not only talk. It's not only talk. Because you don't stop something. Like if I sat there and I was promoting gang violence and all this other stuff and how to treat women badly, I'd be, my videos would be everywhere. They'd be everywhere. So know that truth is something that can never go around. Because again, at the end of our day, these fallen ones are here. And these fallen ones are calling their people home. This isn't a gathering for the Most High. They're not gathering us. The fallen ones are gathering us because their sentence is coming. And the reason that I can say this is that they have broken so many laws that there was going to come a time where they have to pay. And this is why we have been created over and over and over. So the people that are here that think that you're going to go to this heavenly place and everything is going to be beautiful and you're going to have all these virgins and everything else running around you, be prepared to bring your butt right back here. The only place you're getting virgins is right back on a new planet going through the same thing because we can't wake up and we don't want to learn. But for those who wake up, you will ascend. You won't repeat this cycle. And the way I know this, I had to live a lot of lifetimes to understand it. I had to wake up to the fact that I was living before. A lot of the dreams that I was having, a lot of the thoughts that I was having actually took place. And this is why our brains are so blocked off that they blind us with money, debt, hatred, jealousy, every tool that they say, you know, in that good book that they call the good book, which is actually the bad book. But I mean, at the same time, that book tells you what our history is. But it's how we read it. It's how you interpret it. And when someone is interpreting that book to you, then you're not reading it for yourself. Just like the children of Anunnaki. When you tell people that the Anunnaki are in the Bible. Oh, those ain't little Enki? They're not in the Bible. Yeah, yes, they are. And the city was even named after Enki. So, you know, these places are still in these ancient places where these fallen ones had these names of these ancient sites changed. Babylon is now Iraq. And when Iraq falls, and when the world falls and everything happens again, Iraq will be known as something else. When the new life spawns out back onto the earth. Because the Creator is not going to stop this creation. This creation was perfect. It was the beings that came out of this creation that had corrupted everything. Not only did they corrupt with our color and our skin and our languages, they also corrupted the animals and the fish. We didn't have sharks and all these meat eaters and everything else like that. So, you know, until we wake up and really do the math and understand that, you know, where we came from, the fact that we're constantly repeating these life cycles, you know, we'll never wake up. But then again, we can do everything right now to change it. Because right now the world should be focused on global warming. And it's not. So we don't even care about our home. Think about that one. We don't even care about this earth. How can we love anything and we don't even care about the earth that we're living in? We're letting somebody else do it. So then again, what is our purpose? So I want to let everybody go on this Friday. So I'm just going to, like I say, this message is to the fallen ones. Like I say, where you got people like Satan, Lucifer, tell them, come see me. Come see me. You know, all that evil stuff, tell them to come see me. And the reason that this evil does what it does is because we believe that we're less than what we actually are. But we're actually infinite beings. And until we wake up, and I believe that this is why they fear me, because I've awakened. So I'm trying to get everybody to wake up as well. And as well as trying to get the women to wake up, because men are waking up and they want to come back into what was right. We have accepted the wrongs that we've done in the past. Not we, but the men out here who are you know, causing all these things. Because remember, all this stuff is done by choice, on purpose. Just like the 7-day work week. When we had 5 days of work, 2 days of family time, the world was a better place. But the fallen one said, no, divide the family, split the family. And who came to bring that sword again? Don't sound like to me a loving God would want to separate the family. That's my point of view. I don't think that he would. So we know that these fallen ones did this, they caused this, and we want our women to come back. But we're not coming, you can't come back halfway. You got to lay down vulnerability just like the man is. And for those women that want those people like that, who want to use people, you're finding guys like us who say, you know what, I pass. See you. Have a good day. Let the next man do it. But then the next man that does it is Tyrone or Chad. And they treat you like crap. So it's like, you know, you're not winning. You're not winning. And we need one another, whether we want to understand this or not. So I'm not going to keep you. I'm not going to keep you. Look at those cannons. How can you say that this land right here was trying to establish peace? Look at what they got as a representation of the land that they're on. We're willing to kill. We got our leader that's a European sitting up on the top. So this is a European town with European values, and it has nothing to do with democracy, and it has nothing to do with our country. what's in our Declaration of Independence. Because our Declaration of Independence does not stand for all people. It only stands for those of privilege. So yeah, we're living a lie. But it's time that we undo the lie and stop catering to the lie and ignoring the lie. I see a lot of people that, like, I talk to them, and once you start to tell them truth, their brain shuts down. Almost like, the fallen one says, oh, get away from him, or I'm going to leave you. And that's what I'm seeing, and this is why those fallen ones are going to be judged on. How they have manipulated and done what they have done to the minds. They have broken universal laws. And underneath those universal laws, they are going to be held accountable to, and I'm one of the individuals that is on this earth that will hold them accountable for what they have done. What they have done is so sad. I've lost a family. Not only my present family, but my extended family. I've lost my family to this brainwashed system. Think about that. These fallen ones have done a lot, and they're going to pay for what they have done. And believe me, they will pay. But for us as people, get out of that Babylonian mindset, because it's taking you down with them. And with that, everyone, have the most beautiful day. Be the strongest person that you can be. And remember, love first, but be smart with love, because love is intelligent. Love is not stupid. So with that, everyone, have the most beautiful day. Have an awesome day. Peace and blessings.